आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मेस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Om. May all my limbs attain strength. May the body, the mind, all the sensory and motor organs and the life force become perfected. All is verily one without second, ever blissful, ever perfect and conscious existence itself, called Brahman. May I never deny this truth of Brahman. May the Brahman never reject me either. May all the virtues spoken of by the scriptures as necessary to experience this truth of Brahman be with me. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Let us try to feel this truth of oneness by disidentifying ourselves with all that is changing and identifying with that which does not change. The bodies, they change. After all, body is a sequence of chemical reactions. I am not the body. Immediately, the ideas about being born and dying, they are gone. The ideas of gender, ideas of relationships like with parents, children, spouse, and so forth, they also become just meaningless because I am not that. Also, I am not the constantly changing and shifting mind. Disidentifying with these, I come to my true, ever present identity, the Brahman. I am without a form, without a change, without any connection, the all pervading, ever blissful, ever perfect, divine, existence itself. I am consciousness itself. I am bliss itself. Om, peace, peace, peace. So, dear friends, the more we feel the meditation that we just did, the more deeply we feel it, the better we understand what we are discussing in this wonderful scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam. The stories is the special feature of this kind of scriptures called Puranas, and the truths are uh, put into us. It is actually literally putting into us. It is not that we are reading these, they get into uh, our being, as it were. And then through these stories, we get these great truths which give us everlasting life, everlasting bliss, and all consuming love. So that is why we do this meditation. before beginning the class. Thus, we can continue now discussing this story. Let us begin with our prayers, opening chants. So, do I have to say that chant loudly? I don't have to. Please chant. Mm. जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि that from whom creation, sustenance and dissolution of the universe take place, who is both the instrumental and material cause of it, who is omniscient, is the only one having self mastery, being the one independent entity, who illumined the mind of Brahma with the Vedic revelation, whose wisdom is the wonder of even the greatest sages, in whom the world of the three gunas subsists, just as the combination of materials like fire, water, and earth subsist in their causes without changing their elemental nature, in whose consciousness there is nothing false. On that truth supreme we meditate. So, this is uh, important to see that all this that we see comes out that one truth without any change in the reality. It remains just as it is. This is very different from the normally thought of monotheistic ideas of creation, that the God uh, s- creates, and thus, God does some action, as it were, and the action means there is a change. So, but this is just because of our change of awareness, we see creation there. Actually, there is no creation. We see a movie on the screen, but the screen doesn't change while the movie is being seen on it. The screen, while remaining the same, without any change, it is seen as a movie. So, this is how this uh, all pervading divine. See, the screen is all pervading every object that we see in the movie. There is no object that is beyond that screen. It is a car can run very fast, but it cannot go beyond the screen. A plane can fly very high, but only within the screen. There is nothing can go beyond that. So, all this play of coming and going, mm, learning and all that, doing various things, it is all these are just like a show without actually anything happening. The point to be noted is that our true nature is unchanging in spite of all the things that we see, all that our aspirations, desires, our likes and dislikes, our knowledge and ignorance, our being born and dying, all that is just a passing show. Uh, the message is that don't get entangled in it. Don't feel that it is real something. The real is that God, the all pervading reality on which this is getting seen. So, that is what we are meditating on. That is the truth supreme. There are the truths inside the movie, and the truth that the screen is everything. They are truths of different levels. That in the movie, yes, somebody uh, uh, is murdering somebody. Now, for the movie, it is true that this fellow murdered that other fellow. That is true in the movie. But it is actually the screen alone is there, and no murder has been done at all. Nothing is actually real apart from the screen. That is the truth supreme. Others are relative truths. From one standpoint, it looks like that. From another standpoint, it looks differently. It is, one may say, just to extend that analogy, that this fellow murdered that other fellow. Did one fellow murdered other? No, that was done by the writer of the script. As the script was written, so the author actually did that murder. It happens that it is depending on the author, how the author scripts it. So you see it. So who did the murder? Difficult to say. Author might have been the most, culpable that you put that murder in your story. So you are the one who did the murder. But nobody is going to charge the author of the story. So nobody committed it at all. Nothing happened. So this whole thing without any happening is that God alone. And the stories are meant for us to feel that. They lift us from our position of, ignorance, that this is I, this is mine, and this is a good person, that is evil person, and therefore I must act against that fellow, or I must align with that other person. So many funny ideas, they are told here in the scriptures, but for what purpose? To take our mind off them and merge in the one divine, unchanging principle. So, we were seeing this illuminating story of Vamana. And this part, although we saw, I am repeating it, that the uh, child, brahmachari, with lot of luster, and that has come to this Bali's, King Bali, very powerful and ruler of kind of all worlds, is performing the horse sacrifice, and is giving boons, whatever somebody asks is giving. So this young boy asks that I don't seek anything more, just give me steps of land. My 3 steps. I will cover whatever I can cover within 3 steps. I want just that. And Bali tried to tell, why only so little? When I can give you the whole continent if you want. And this little boy tells the truth, that one who cannot be satisfied by 3 steps of that land will not be satisfied even by getting the whole continent. It is. So ultimately Bali laughs and says, okay, take it. Here I am giving. And the Guru, Bali's Guru, Shukra, his name Shukracharya, said, the Lord in this form will take away everything you have, your sovereign emperorship, in 3 steps, and will gift it all to our enemy Indra. The Shukra, the Guru, recognizes that although this looks like a child, he is not a child, but God, Lord Vishnu. Vishnu means all pervading. That is how the word, its origin in Sanskrit is. Vishnu means Vishli Vyaptatvat. Vishli, its meaning of this root is that which spreads. Similar is the root of this Brahman. It comes from the root Brahma, means to spread. So Brahman is that which has spread everywhere. And Vishnu also has the same meaning, only Vishnu is given a form, while the Brahman is not given a form. Brahman is absolute, generally thought of as without any particular form, whereas Vishnu is same, all pervading, but is seen as taking various forms and particular forms. Those who are devoted to Vishnu, they worship Vishnu in a particularized form, and they insist very vehemently that that is God. God can have only 4 arms. Now, if you talk to them, why only 4 arms? Why not 10 arms, or just 2 arms? Are they not enough? They will say, no, God has to have 4 arms only. And that is the idea that they cultivate, that God can have only this form. The Vaishnavas, those who take Vishnu as their that form of worship, become sometimes so attached to that if they somebody shows that it is, oh, that Shiva, they won't accept that as God. No, no, that is our one Swami was describing. There was was present there as a member representing Ramakrishna Mission. This happened in South India, and then a big gathering. It was mainly organized by the Shaivas, those who worship Shiva, God in the form of Shiva. And they had asked all these different sects of Hindus, worshippers of goddess, worshipper of Vishnu, worshipper of, say, Hanumanji. Several Hindus do not have any, lack of sects, thousands and thousands of them. So some prominent ones, their representatives were asked to come for a discussion to have a proper understanding of each other. So, and then everything was done, all arrangements were so meticulously done. Everybody's comfort was looked after in all these 3 days. 3 days the conference was going on. Now, there was then the last day, there was everybody was as usual, they were seated to take their meals, and they were amongst them, they were saying, oh, what great arrangements they had made for our stay, and all so many of us, and they spared no pains in making our stay comfortable. The food was excellent, and so forth. And one representative sitting by this Swami, he was a devout Vaishnava. Mm. So he said that it is, you are saying that is true, that part is true. The arrangements were all wonderful, very nice. But in last 3 days, did you ever any time hear the name of God? We are here and we should be hearing the name of God. Did you ever hear the name of God? All the time, Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. As if Shiva is not God. Ah, Shiva is not God. God means has to have that particular name, and that what they worship. Anything else will not be agreed. There is that story that Vivekananda told. It is said that Sri Ramakrishna also told that story, but I didn't see in Sri Ramakrishna's that conversations and all that exact story like that. That there was one devotee who was very much attached to Lord Shiva. Only Shiva form was worshipable. No other form can be worshipped. There is no God except that Shiva. So Shiva was uh, satisfied or was happy with the service and devotion of this fellow, but wanted to teach him a lesson that, oh, that same God is Vishnu also. So, as he was waving incense as a worship to Shiva, he saw Shiva in a composite form. Half of that was Shiva and half of that was Vishnu. And this is to impart this idea that same divine is Shiva and Vishnu. This devotee got a bit upset by that, and he goes forward and presses the nostril of the Vishnu side, so that the incense will go only to Shiva, nothing else. So that is how the levels of fanaticism. That no, Vishnu, no, or Shiva, no. So this is how it is that the Lord, that was Vishnu, is all pervading. Shukra recognizes this little boy will assume cosmic form and will cover all the universe in three strides. With the first, the whole earth will get covered. With the second, all the space in heaven and hell. His body will occupy the intervening space. Where can he put his third stride? Thus, you will not be able to fulfill your promise. There will be the grave results of breaking a vow. Even if you go to fulfill that, you will not be able to fulfill, and thus you will be condemned to hell for not fulfilling the promise. So therefore, it is better you don't grant that boon now. So, thus, you will not be able to fulfill the promise. There will be the grave results of breaking a vow. Charity that will jeopardize one's livelihood is not good according to the scriptures and common sense. Please listen to what the Vedas say. And he gave lot of scriptural text supporting that you should speak the truth. In certain circumstances it is good also not to speak the truth, and so forth. And so he tried to convince Bali. The great king Bali responds after contemplating for a moment and then gives his rebuttal. Bali did not agree to do this. Bali very respectful of teacher, and so thought of what the teacher said, did not vehemently rejected it without giving a thought to it. After pondering, he responds that, you see, O revered sir, what you have said about when to follow the path of truth and when not is right. But how can a grandson of Prahlada behave like a cheat? He remembers his grandfather Prahlada, a tremendously righteous, most saintly person. He was Bali's grandfather. So Bali remembers that how can I behave, whose grandfather was Prahlada, and it doesn't behove me to act like a cheat. And then he also quotes, now quotations can be brought on both sides. Like in the court of law, there are arguments. Both sides bring out their uh, quotes from different laws, different cases. I long back I used to see all that in lawyer's office. For some reason, I would go to lawyer's office, and not for any law case, but they were devotees or for some other, and all the walls were lined with the uh, reporter, that case reports, all these different very well classified reports of various court cases. What happened, what was the reason for bringing that thing to the court, what arguments were placed before the justice, and then the ruling and the basis of that ruling, and was it accepted or it was challenged in the superior court. All that was shown there. These big volumes. Uh, there was one, it must be there even now, I don't know, that All India Reporter, and the publisher of that was a devotee, and so he used to send to our library. And now who is going to read every month? But they one day now, since we were what to do with all those every month coming that volume, so one lawyer, was a big subscription for that. So one lawyer said, since you are going to not keep it, discard it, can I take all this? Said, sure, sure, well, yeah, because, and the lawyer said he is going to bind those and classify all that because he needs all this for his cases. What they do, they quote depending on what side they are representing. So every side has something to quote from, some evidence every side has. There is no case can stand otherwise. It is not black and white at all. And every side claims that it is black and white. It is an open and shut case, so clear. No. The opposite side also will claim, yes, this is an open and shut case, but in on our side. So it is every side can quote these scriptures according to what is convenient. So now Bali chooses what is convenient to him. That see, the earth deity says there is no worse unrighteousness than telling a lie. I can, this, and this is the quote from the earth, I can shelter everyone except a liar. That is the declaration of the earth deity, that everyone, whatever other mistakes or sins somebody might have committed, there is a place. But if somebody is a liar, then I will not be able to support that being. So, therefore, lying is the worst kind of sin. So, and it is lying means you may be unaware of certain facts, you may be or wrongly informed of certain things, and so you utter them. That is not considered a lie, but something that you did knowingly and then now refusing to acknowledge it or tell something exactly opposite, that is called lie. Shankaracharya gives a very beautiful definition of this speaking truth. He says the words are so beautiful. Uh, Yat shrutam, yat drishtam, yad anubhutam, tat tathaiva parabuddhi sankrantaye ya vacha tat satyam. That whatever you actually saw or heard or experienced, that as you experienced, as you heard, as you saw, exactly like that, when you use speech to convey that to other person, then that is called truth. Otherwise, it is maybe legally or in words it can be true, but what you are conveying is something quite different. That one devotee said to me some days back, "Oh Swami, while we talk to you, you don't feel like a Swami at all." And what she wanted to say was that it feels so free to converse with you. There is no overbearing felt that, oh, this is a holy man, and like that. That idea is not felt. That is what was, I presume, that was what was meant. But then I told somebody, look what she was telling, that you do not, are not felt like a sannyasi at all. You are not behaving in a, wrong way. And like that, oh, you now that is what, literally speaking, it was true. But the message conveyed, immediately that lady protested, no, 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 not this way. So it is, so what was being conveyed was not true. although the words were identical. So the presentation and all that. So the truth is that kind of a virtue in this world. And then Bali continues, in this world all riches and earthly acquisitions are lost at death. Then what is the harm in giving them up? Hmm. Why should I? It is gone anyway. Give it up. That is, yeah, it is because now what is the use? They go away. There is a saying that what you carry with you after death is only your karma that gets processed, micro processed, and goes with you and installed in the new body. So, but all other things just remain. Artha grihe tishtanti. Imagine, somebody has died, and after death, they in many places take out a procession of the dead body to the towards the cremation ground. That fellow is being carried. Now all the properties, the jewelry, and the house, and all those very pricey TV and all that, nothing goes. Ah, yeah, that is, people show, in their, if you go to their home, oh, this, you see, this beautiful door frame, that all silver made, and this I got from Indonesia. So what does it have to do? But then that, and can you imagine how much I spent? In getting this special black mahogany, this table here, this table and other cases, they are of special black mahogany, and so forth. So all that remains, that does not proceed to you to cremation ground. They remain artha grihe tishtanti. They remain right at home. And then some of your relatives and friends, colleagues, they join the procession and go up to where? Smashane Mitra Bandhavaha. And they go only up to the cremation ground, not further. Nobody says that, okay, I will go with this fellow further. The cremation, that's it, that body alone gets cremated. What accompanies you? Your good and bad actions. So, Bali is saying anyway that is going to be left behind. One somewhat nice but mischievous, not really mischievous, they were doing it as a matter of fun to their grandmother. Many of you know her, I am not telling the name, but that grandson was asking, "Oh, mom, oh, grandma, give, can you give me $200? 200, just nothing, $200. Ah, the grand, 200. Well, grandma, anyway, those things cannot be taken with you, isn't it? So, it cannot be taken with you. So, why not give it to me? It is so, they, everything gets consumed. Then, what is the harm in giving them up? Time may consume everything gathered by us, but time shall not consume the reputation. our reputation will not get consumed by time so fast, and therefore reputation is more important, that here was a truthful man, or a very generous person, and so forth, so it is that reputation continues. So therefore let me now give it. I don't agree with you. Uh, and then he gives further this argument, very important, because the Guru has said that he is nothing but this all pervading Vishnu in this little boy's form. Don't get cheated by that form. So the King Bali says, if this little looking Brahmin boy is actually what you say, Vishnu himself, then I shall surely grant him whatever he asks for. So it is. Let me read a bit from the text. Uh, O sage, if the yagas and yajnas, that all the worships and fire sacrifices we do, you who are expert in those rites, make sacrificial offerings to Vishnu with great reverence and devotion. That being so, if, as you say, this brahmachari, this boy, is that Vishnu, irrespective of whether he has come as a benefactor to give us boon or as an enemy to destroy us, I shall certainly give him whatever he has asked for. What a great thing, The Lord who gives everything has come to my doorstep for seeking something. What a great advantage to take, and give that God whatever that God in that form asks for. So, uh, even if by adopting some improper and unrighteous means he were to tie me up, me who am absolutely innocent, even then I shall not injure him, as he has come assuming the garb of holiness out of fear. So see, the Lord seems to have was scared of me, so change the garb to come to me. What a great thing, God who has come to seek something from me, and out of fear has changed his garb. So, and if he is really Vishnu, the one of the extensive fame for holiness, and uh, uh, he wants to add to that fame by conquering me, then he will kill me in the battle and take over the earth. If, on the contrary, if he is an impostor, he will be killed by me in the battlefield. So he tried to convince this Shukra that no, I must give. Shukracharya became very upset, very angry. That look, I told you not to do this. I am your guru. You are disobeying me, and the result will be that the teacher of the Asuras cursed his truthful and courageous disciple Bali, who rejected his advice without attaching much seriousness to it. The curse ran thus: You who consider yourself very learned, but are really ignorant and arrogant and a fool, uh, but and have disobeyed my order shall soon be deprived of all your wealth and glory. The high souled Bali, however, did not swerve from truth even under the threat of his teacher's curse. So, and then he, along with his wife, proceed to worshipfully offer the three steps of land. It is so. And as this was getting done, come on, that moment. Now I am giving you this. Please accept. Now, this little Vamana, this boy, he showed his true colors, as it were, that uh, that Lord, that form of Vamana, which included in itself the whole Prakriti, now expanded in a wonderful manner, revealing within it all that exists: the earth, sky, quarters, heaven, the 14 worlds, oceans, brute creations, men, celestials, rishis, and everything else. Mm. There is so many levels of creatures are there. We see, experience normally only those who are vibrating at our level, and those which are in the same dimension like we are. So only those we see and can feel as the real. All others we don't feel at all, as if they are non existent. Like, uh, just to give an example, this house, everything around is filled with the bacteria. We don't see with our eyes, but with a microscope or something, we will be able to see that it is there. Even a glass of water that we drink will have many different bacteria if we see through the microscope. But there are different creatures which are not at this level of perception at all. They cannot be seen by our eyes. It takes a different level of seeing. Just to give an example, the creatures that we see in dream, now what level of existence they have, it is a different dimension of existence. There are multiple dimensions of existence, and only those to which our senses are tuned, we can see those, not others. So, but all that is contained in the divine being, that which we human beings perceive, which we don't perceive. There are many things. Imagine, even at this gross level, human perception is of one type, it has one limitation. Think of bats. What a different world they must be living in. It is their world. We have not much of understanding of that. Look at the world of these insects like bees. A very different world that they have, their social structure and so forth. They have their own ethics and all that. So, every creature, even at this gross level, has its own special world. And imagine those who are, we call them just for simplicity, spirits. Uh, they have, see what kind of existence they have. So they are also an existence. There are many, many such existences, if that plural can be used. So, but all that are included in Brahman, the God. So this little boy started expanding, filled the whole universe uh, in the most glorious divine form of the Lord. Bali, along with his priests and members of the sacrificial assembly, saw the whole universe included in this manifestation of the uh, gunas of Prakriti, like the gross elements, indriyas means the sense organs, objects, mind, and the embodied beings. Mahabali that saw in that cosmic form of the Lord the nether worlds in the under surface of the feet, uh, the Bali that Vamana's feet, and they were the souls actually. They were all the nether worlds were included there, and then his uh, the earth in his foot, the mountains in his ankles, the birds in his knee, and the wind in his thigh. Imagine all these elements and everything is that in that form. Immense, tremendous. And we do not have much experience, that it is we have the limited experience and understanding of a world that is governed by this. Some time back I had gone uh, to that NASA museum, and they have zero gravity and three times gravity places to see. Yeah, I could not go to zero gravity because I had less time and there was a big line. But uh, three times the gravity I was able to go. And then, oh, it was unimaginable for me. Uh, it was told right there, if you have any lung problem, weak heart, don't go. Because the weight will become three times, and you will not then be able to breathe in. Everything will be, so your muscles will not be able to move. And then, yeah, thought that, did I hold this? No, but it got held as it were. I could not lift my finger. Can you imagine? I, I tried my best. Mm, but even the finger was difficult to move. Uh, no question of falling because of that weight you were held there. And so, when they were coming to that normal gravity situation, they announced, now hold fast, because now you will be experiencing the normal gravity. So, you may fall now. So, it is, see, imagine now, this is with three times gravity. There are creatures in the ocean and which have so much under pressure. If they come to the surface of the ocean, they will just burst. They are not used to that. Imagine how varied is this creation, but all included in God, in the same a cosmic screen. So, Bali's first two steps brought down in two steps. The little boy covered the whole earth, the heavens, and the nether worlds. Bali could not fulfill the promise of the three steps, so was pushed down into hell. Only two, so there was nothing left for Bali to offer now. So he thus could not fulfill his promise. And then what happens? There is, we will see it in our next class. The time has run out. So, but the story, what the reactions are important to see. That when we feel defeated, cheated, then normally one will get upset and angry. Oh, these people, they should be punished. This God should be given life imprisonment, whatever things give, or should be lynched. So it is, all such thoughts may come. Bali's response, reactions are very interesting to see, but we will have to wait till the next class. This was 199th class. So, in the 200th class, maybe we will be able to finish this long this going Bali's and Vamana's story. So, let us conclude with this chant. निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुर्हो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः. O devotees, quaff, quaff to intoxication this nectar of the fruit of the tree of Vedas, flowing from the mouth of the great sage Shuka and mixed with the ambrosia from his words. Do anyone have any questions? Oh, you have a question?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, okay.
What what brought about this big change in Bali? Here he was conquering the whole world, and all of a sudden he's a totally different being. What happened?
Well, no change has really occurred. He was the big king ruling everything, and so there was the arrogance of, donating, being generous. You like to be called generous. So I am giving everybody, so many thousands of people are coming. I am giving them whatever they want. I have the capacity to give. He told this Vamana also, why you are asking just for 3 steps? He called him, you look immature. Ah, and thus, I can give you a continent. What can you give? Nothing can be given, to God. Everything belongs to God. What can you give to God? There is that nice prayer that in almost all Hindu temples they do it as arati. तेरा तुझको सौंप दे क्या लागत है मोर. Just giving that which is yours. I am giving that which is yours to you. It doesn't cost me anything. Mm. So it is, in Bengali they call it Ganga Jole Ganga Puja. Means they are doing the worship of Ganges, and then they have to use water for give that worship. They have to offer water. They take the water from the same Ganges and offer it back to the Ganges. So it is thus that change didn't happen really. The change was all in the plan. It was all in the story. So Bali was a very righteous king, and through righteousness and the uh, valor and brightness that comes from it, he was the king of all the worlds. But then that has to go. Therefore, he, the Vamana, the god incarnated as Vamana, to remove that. That is how Bali's story is.
If he was a demon, how is he righteous?
Yes, he was a demon, but this is a great lesson we had discussed this often, that the demons and angels, they are all within us. And then these demons also therefore can get a very righteous ideas, righteous attitudes like we see in Prahlada. And these angels, they are very nice and so forth, but they also have all these evil tendencies of worldly enjoyments. So not always that they are nice people. Yes, here there is Tilakji has a question to ask. Today is his birthday. Ah, so it is a birthday question. Ah,
Pranam Swamiji.
Pranam.
Swamiji, who is the earth deity?
There is in Vedas, you have all different deities. Everything has a conscious component. So, earth has a conscious component. Moon has a conscious component. So, like our bodies, we have a conscious component. So, earth has the conscious component, makes that as a deity, as a god. And since it is feminine, it is called the goddess earth. So, and they all are therefore shown to give advice to the devotees. There is earth deity, there is the moon deity, there is the wind deity, and so forth. Yeah. There, that corner, Aditya has a question. Oh, you also have. Okay. After Aditya, then you ask. Aditya means sun, sun deity. Because you asked about earth deity, what about sun deity? So, okay.
Pranam Swamiji. You spoke about reputation during the talk. Could you say more about what reputation is, and if reputation also changes during? Does reputation change over the course of one's
Yeah,
life? Yeah.
yeah, it changes, but relatively speaking, whatever reputation you earn, and that the time doesn't take away as fast as the gross objects of this material wealth. Yeah. Yeah, Prithvish has a question.
Pranam Swamiji.
Pranam.
Yeah, just a comment. There's a similar story we read in Mahabharata. Karna had that inborn armor, and then Indra will come to ask for that because he was also known to be a very good charity person. But Surya came the night before in the dream and asked him not to give that, but he said the same thing. I don't want to. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. That is very correct. Before his war with Arjuna, he was told by his celestial father Surya. He was supposed to be the Surya Putra, the son of sun, son of sun, son of sun. So it is, and he was told that okay, don't give the boon because the one who is going to come to ask that boon will be coming to you in the that was Indra came who was father of Arjuna. So it is Indra came in the garb of a poor this beggar and asked, said, okay, what can I give you? Okay, give me your armor, that shield that you are wearing. And Karna gave it. Yeah, it is thus was uh, finally defeated. There are so many stories about that. It is said by in the Mahabharata itself. Even without that armor, it was almost impossible to kill Karna by Arjuna. Therefore, Lord arranges many other things by which he could get killed. So, any question upstairs? No question. So, let us conclude with the closing chant. This Sunday, uh, after the regular Sunday service lecture on middle path, because recently we had the birthday of Lord Buddha observed. So this Sunday talk will be on middle path, and then after that there will be a music concert. मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल.